Okay. We are working on the COnfront CUlture project. My name is Lauren Monroe from College for America. And we're going to discuss what we learned from the What is Race website sponsored by PBS. And I'd like to introduce my partner.
My name is Hannah Matthews, College for America, and I found to find out about PBS, the PBS.org, what is race, the fact that race is not a scientific fact. Lauren, what did you find most interesting about the PBS.org race website?
Well, there was a lot of facets to that website that really brought attention to things I had never really considered before. Things like that race is a reasonably new concept. I guess I took for granted that that had something that had always been part of mankind. As long as there was different skin colors, there was going to be racism. I also appreciated that I had very little knowledge when you had to do that page where you match, pick which one was which race. I think it was a dozen, and I think I got 3. So it really taught me a lot about myself and, how I just don't, we can't judge a person based on the way we think they look and decide that's your race. But I think the myth that stood out most to me was that there were more variations within a race. I mean, outside, not within a race, within a race, than there were between different races. For example, genetic differences. Specifically, you're more likely to find it within one race as opposed to differences from this race and that race genetically. And I did not expect to discover that. So, what evidence did you come across to that disproved your myth that stood out to you, and what could you use to support it?
What you're saying, I did find that according to Nina Chaplin, that literally only skin deep. Their study showed that the UV light in different areas of the depends on the UV that's in your skin. So if your ancestors are from the tropics, your skin's going to be darker. So if you were from Alaska, your skin's going to be lighter because the UV is so much different in the areas of the world. Also, race, like you said, is just a modern idea. It's not anything that it's modern. It just came, to surface. I think it was 70,000 years ago. I think that's what it was. And going back to my myth, race is not genetically proven. And with African athletes and Korean string players, and they found that their DNA were the most similar, and there's not any differences in their DNA. And that surprised them because they thought race was something to do with genetics, but it's just an idea. It's not scientifically proven. It's not a chromosome that you carry. It's just a modern idea. It's nothing that is scientifically in your genes. So there's no genetic basis behind it.
So when I was looking at the information about the variations within a race being greater. I was, I can't remember who it was that had made the point, was that you can find similarities that where groups of people will share certain groups of alleles genetically based on geography, not based on race or skin color.
Yep.
So I think I really like that myth about. I think I want to choose that one to do further research and add to our poster on the variations within a race as opposed to variations from race to race. And you're going to use the one that you found, which was, just to restate,
how race is not genetically real. So it's not genetically proven. It's just a modern idea.
Yeah.
There's no genetic basis behind race.
Yeah. I feel it's an important piece of information for us to know about racism, its origins, and what science has to say about that, particularly in the times that we're living in, because race has become such a hotbed issue right now in this country. And, here we are, two of the same race, so to speak.
Right.
I bet if we sat down and had our own chromosomes or our own genetic testing, that we might be surprised to see what's actually in that. And that, we may be more unalike than we are alike.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. So I think we have covered our information that we're going to disprove from a scientific standpoint. So, well, I guess we'll just do our poster and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
Any more questions? You pretty much answered, any questions that I had. It definitely enlightened me on the way that what you're doing for our poster. So I'm excited to learn the topic for sure.
Well, excellent. Well, I guess we can end our broadcast now.
Yep.
Thank you.